Alright, and welcome. Today we're going to be turning this house into a haunted house. I know it already kind of looks like a haunted house, but we're going to be making it look even more haunted. We're going to do a plethora of things to it. And this image is going to be used as the base building block for our Halloween scenes that we're going to be creating as the next project. Altogether, we're going to be adding some color to the image, turning the lights of this house on, adding a moon and clouds that are properly blended, and then we will overall be adjusting the colors that we have created to be more spooky and less realistic. For this project, however, you can use the images that I provided with this folder, or you can use your own images. It's just be sure that all of the images used in this project are public domain. That is to say that they had been released to the public and are free of copyrighted material. The best source to find these images is Pixabay. Alright, so the first step is we're going to color this image. Now, we're going to do something that's probably going to make a lot of you mad. Photoshop has a new and wonderful thing called a neural filter. The neural filter is going to make changes to Photoshop that are going to take just a few seconds that would otherwise take you forever. Sometimes it works perfectly, sometimes not quite. So we would be spending ages going through here, selecting around all of these trees and making things, just so perfect. That would take a long time. Now, we're going to make this really quick by first turning the background layer into a smart object. We're going to do this so that our neural filter does not override the original image. So we want to keep that original image so that we can go back and make changes if we have to. So we're going to go up here to the top, filter, and neural filter. Now, this thing is so crazy, the amount of stuff it can do. Hopefully it works on your computers. If not, then we'll have to go the long way. What you're going to go down to is you're going to go down to colorize, and you're going to click that little download button. And then you're going to turn it on. And man, that color corrected it to an almost perfect color from a black and white image right away. But we notice that it's got some errors in here, which means we're going to have to do some automatic coloring to get this to work properly. So we're going to have to turn off automatic coloring, and we're going to have to do this manually. So to do it manually, you're going to first click on a section of the image. Like I want to click right here on the grass, and I'm going to choose a good color that I think that I think grass would be. I'm going to go with kind of this natural green, maybe add some yellow to it. There we go. And it's going to load. Alright, it started to add some grass. Let's turn up the strength of that color. Alright, now that's great. We're going to hold Alt and click and drag, and you can drag that color to other sections of the image. And this is turning out pretty good. Nah, that one doesn't work. We're going to press... Just going to drag it down. I want to get nice and good coverage over all this greenery. So... now I'm thinking this grass looks a little bit too green. So we're going to go in here and we're going to change the color of this. Give it a little bit less saturation. Uh-oh. I'm going to remove these extra ones. And just hold Alt, and we're going to move this color around. Awesome. Put it here. So we've got some nice green in the grass. I'm going to add some variations by taking this green, and I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to it. take this screen, add some more yellow. Alright, looking pretty good. Now I know the sky is supposed to be blue, so I'm going to click up here, and I'm going to change this to a blue color. That's really strong. Need to turn that down. Alright, so when the image comes in, it's almost perfect as is. I mean, we got a lot of the good color in there. We got some nice whites. But we'll notice this little streak on the image here of orangey color. And that's not what we want. We need to go in and manually alter this so that it works properly. So we're going to click right here. And whenever we click on a point in this image, we're going to be manually coloring sections of the image. So for example, if I click in the top of this tree here, and then it's going to pull up the color picker. So I can go in here and I can choose a color that I want to add, and I hit OK. And we'll notice that it just fixed that section of the tree. Man, that was easy and that was fast. So we're going to do the same down here. Now all we got to do, since we've got that color, is just click. Alright, that section of the tree is fixed. We know over here is supposed to be the same color, so we're going to click. Alright, that section's fixed. Now we need this section over here. Over the lake, we need that to stay kind of a white color. So we're going to click on the lake here, and we're going to make sure that that stays kind of a gray color. And then we're going to click over here on the grass though, and that needs to turn green. Alright, we've got some nice gray looking in our house. And everything looks the way it's supposed to. Nice. Congratulations, we've recolored our image. We're just going to hit OK. And there it is. Now, if any time we've decided that we've hit OK and we need to go back and change the color, like maybe, you know, actually I think this green might be a little too blue, I can now, because I created this as a smart object, I can double click neural filters and it's going to pull it up for me. And so I can go in here to this green and I can move it further down towards yellow for both of these to get less blue in that image. And then I can hit OK. And it's that easy. Now we've recolored our image in the quick, maybe 30-minute version, instead of having this take a couple of days to do. Alright, I'm going to stop part 1, and in part 2 we're going to go immediately into creating the scary elements of our image. Actually, you know what? There's some blue up here, so I'm going to go back into the neural filter, and I'm going to fix that. Just a little bit too blue. Alright, we are good. I'm going to stop the video here and see you back in part 2.